So we have the fundamentals, the basics down for working with floats and working with clear and all that good stuff. Now I want to dig into creating layouts using floats. And what's really cool here, and again, this is the part, this is kind of the point in time where you have to kind of unlearn a lot of the things that you've learned. If you've been messing around with CSS-based layouts for a little while, you know about the position property, and you know about, relative and absolute and things like that, right? That whole positioning aspect of CSS. Well, what I found to be quite difficult at first was to not use that property at all. I thought that property had to be a part of my CSS layouts, and I really had to wrestle with it. Well, all we're going to do with our layouts here is we're simply going to build layouts that are comprised of widths, because we're going to be using divs, right? Widths and floats, and possibly the odd clear, right? And that's kind of it. So that's what I meant, way back at the beginning when I said that it's actually a much simpler way to work, and it's actually a much more efficient way to work. That's what I'm talking about. So in this chapter, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at building scalable layouts or flexible layouts, or some people call them liquid layouts. In other words, the layout containers, the widths of those containers, columns and things like this, are going to be determined by the size of the browser window. Okay. Now I have a bit of an example here to show you. I thought of Wikipedia right away when I was thinking about this here, because as I scale the browser window here, this is Chrome again here, you'll see that the main content columns flex, right? That's the idea. That's what we want to build. But notice that the main menu way over on the left-hand side remains fixed as I move my browser window back and forth, as I scale that browser window, right? So what we have here with Wikipedia is actually what I would refer to anyway as a combination layout. It's combination fixed and liquid. And I'm going to show you how to build a combination layout in just a little while. But in this exercise, or in this chapter, as I say, we want to build these liquid or completely flexible layouts. So let's see how this is done here. What we'll do here is we'll set up the basic structure for our flexible layout, and then we'll kind of go from there. We'll kind of build it from there. So what I'm going to do here with you, the layout that I have in mind, it's a pretty simple layout. We're going to have a main content column in the middle. It's going to be pretty wide. And then two narrow columns on the left and right. And maybe the left-hand column will be for our main menu, and maybe the column on the right-hand side will be for banner ads or something like this. And then we'll put a header across the top, a footer across the bottom. So it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so let's build the basic structure here. I'm going to start off with 3 ID selectors inside the internal style sheet. And again, as we've seen all along here, we want to use the least amount of coding possible, the least amount of CSS selectors here. So you can call your guys whatever you want. I think I'm just going to call mine column 1, column 2, and column 3, just to kind of keep it simple. You might want to call yours, main menu, content, and banner ads, or something like that, right? But anyway, so I'm going column 1, column 2, and I'll do, of course, column 3. These are all ID selectors, by the way, so each is preceded with a number sign. Okay, no properties yet, by the way, for these guys. Just throw in your squiggly brackets there, and that will be fine. And then what I'll do inside the main body of the HTML page is I'll go and throw in my 3 divs. So div ID equals, and then I'll do column 1. Oops. I'll get it eventually here. There we go. And of course, I'm missing closing quotes. All right, there we go. And and I'm mistyping. It's because I'm nervous. Okay. I'm just going to paste this out, speed it up here a little bit for you. Okay, column 1, column 2, column 3. Very exciting. Okay, so that's sort of the raw structure anyway for our setup. Now, in the next lesson, what we'll do is we'll throw in our properties for our 3 ID selectors, column 1, column 2, and column 3. So let's go check that out.